The mail never stops.
Here comes the mailman.
Mail time.
Mail time. Mail time. Mail time. The mail's here. When you control the mail, you control information.
I'm ready.
Into something strange.
You're really good. You're really good.
Who you gonna call?
A dog that poop fast don't poop for long, man.
What was that again?
A dog that poop fast don't poop for long, man.
Dog that poops fast don't poop for long, man. I think that was Khalil Mack. I don't remember who said that. It's a couple weeks ago. I don't know what.
Prophetic.
I don't know what
It's
it means.
prophetic.
It is.
Is it?
It is.
Lucas, are you with us now?
I'm with us. We're
All
back.
right, great. All right, guys, welcome to the Sleeper Wire Mailsack. It is another Wednesday night. We are here to answer your questions. Trades, start sit, waiver, whatever you want to talk about. We've got questions already coming in from the app, and the phone lines are open. So if this is your first time listening, shame on you. All you got to do to jump the line of questions and talk to us is call 256-56-SLEEP, 256-567-5337, and we will talk to you on the air here. We'll go probably an hour and a half, 2 hours, hopefully, and we will get to all your questions. Yeah, all right. Some energy music. Here we go. Mixler questions. Start with Minimal Impact. With Dak on bye, would you trust rolling out Darnold this week? Bridgewater, Minshew, Rudolph, and more are on waivers, but I'd have to drop someone. So what do you think?
Let's see here. Who's?
I like Bridgewater this week myself. I know I'm not who's, but I like Bridgewater this week.
Yeah, and I do like Bridgewater more, but the only issue there is that he's going to have to drop somebody, and I'm not going to drop Darnold for Bridgewater when we love Darnold the rest of the season, and Bridgewater has at most, likely this one game.
Agreed.
So what do we
against Jacksonville then?
Yeah, I think so. They have no Ramsey. They're not the Jacksonville of old, right? They're he's going to come out there, and after Casper just got done playing the Patriots, I think Jacksonville's going to be looking pretty easy.
All right. Moving on to and then he says projected for 8 points. Don't pay attention to projections because
projections, yeah,
right. Those are false.
Did they project him for negative points this previous week? Probably not.
Right.
Thomas Hentz Sr., A.J. Brown, or Kenny Stills?
Stills.
Yeah, Kenny Stills.
I like A.J. Brown. But A.J. Brown's a nice stash,
I do like
though.
A.J. Brown.
Yeah.
But
that's 3 for Stills.
I don't know.
Wilson, 27. Do I bench Chubb this week going against the Pats and start Terry, McLaurin, and Standard?
No. Nope. Roll out the guy that's getting 20 touches.
Yep.
So the Diesel we talked to, let's see. Minimal impact. Drop Titans for the Steelers D to roll with. Great schedule coming up. Worth fab. Would you switch out defenses? Would you drop the Titans defense for the Steelers defense right now to the rest of the season?
I think I would.
Season is tough for me. I don't think I could feel comfortable dropping them just because they've been top defense all season, pretty much aside from last game.
They've been okay, but they play Tampa this week. They're at Carolina the week after that, and then they play Kansas City the week after that, and then they go on bye. So you're going to be dropping them anyway. He's not. If he can't roster two defenses right now, he's not going to roster two defenses week 11. So he's going to be dropping them anyway, and he has to play at Carolina and then KC. You don't really want to use him there.
I'll tell you what, there's a lot of teams on bye in Week 10. Somebody else is going to drop a defense if you need to pick up another one. There's going to be some good defenses probably dropped if you want to get away from the Steelers. I'd be okay doing this for a couple weeks.
Yeah, when you got a good team too, like I know most people are not able to do this, but if you got a really good team, I like to roster two defenses. I don't mind it.
If it's a deep enough bench, yeah.
Right.
All right. The Diesel called. Okay, so he's good. Ricardo Banks, what's up, man? Goff, Josh Allen, Cook, Carson, Breida, Snell, McKissick, Kupp, Jay Brown, A-Rob, Juju, MVS, Ertz, and Henry. I'm 2-5 and need to make some moves. Okay, that was a lot of names. So he's basically looking to see who is a good trade value for him to get rid of here. Who's he moving away from? So quarterback. What do you think, guys, is the most valuable position to trade away? Probably running back, right?
Yeah, that's the most shallow.
Quarterback's usually really good too. I mean, you could get a lot for a quarterback if you drafted 2 or snatched up. Say you got Russell and Lamar or something like that.
We know what he has. He has Goff and Josh Allen. Is he getting much for either one of those?
No.
He doesn't want to. I can't rely on Goff now to be my only quarterback, and I'm not wanting to trade away Josh Allen with how good his schedule is. So,
all right, let's look at redundancy in other areas. Cook and Carson are his top 2 running backs. Breida, Snell, and McKissick are the backups. You're not getting anything for Snell and McKissick at this point unless they do something. Cook and Carson, I don't know if you'd want to trade away either one of those guys.
No, keep. Those are big-time keeps.
So Breida,
you can't trade those guys away.
Breida would be in the mix. Maybe one of the other 2 if they do something this week. Wide receiver, Kupp, John Brown, A-Rob, Juju, MVS.
Try to trade Juju.
I think you can't get much from him right now.
I think
you will after this game. He's about to play.
You can get a lot for
Miami.
John Brown, I think. Even though I don't want to trade John Brown.
I think Juju's getting ready to have a game against Miami, and then you trade him.
But what can you get? Well, yeah, sure. After, does he want to do this trade now, or?
Well, he's 2-5 right now. I don't think he wants to fall to 2-6.
He needs to make a trade now.
Yeah,
I think his team sounds halfway decent.
I mean,
if he wanted halfway decent,
if he wanted,
given the matchups.
If he wanted,
he could have the luck of matchups. So you know how that is.
Yeah.
You got like this. You got the second most in points, but you're 2-5. You know what I'm saying? It's like, which if that is the case, you kind of just got to stick the course and hope that.
Well, that's right. It's not an issue with your team, and it's an issue with luck. If your team is putting up points, you don't need to make moves.
Right.
That's you don't need to make moves just to make moves.
Well, he listens. He'll tell us. But do you think Allen Robinson has value? I think he has trade value right now too.
100%. Yeah, and if you could maybe take like Juju and A-Rob and trade him for an elite wide receiver, or take A-Rob and Breida and trade him for a better wide receiver or another good running back, that's kind of what I would do.
We also got Ertz and Henry in the mix. So would you keep one and trade the other, or would you keep them both?
I think I'm keeping both of those guys right now, unless I get an offer that, I mean, you're just not going to get much for Ertz, I don't think.
Look, with the situation, it's kind of a tough question to ask, when you just lay out your lineup and say, okay, what do I do? Put some guys up, just say, tight ends are on the block or whatever, say these different players are on the block, get some trade offers, field some offers, and come to us with offers, and then we kind of go from there. Right. But it's kind of hard to do it as just like a blanket.
Hey, come on, you guys are supposed to be the experts
on the sleeper app.
No,
where's this coming from?
You're the experts. This is Ricardo Banks. He listens every week. We got to take. He says his team puts up top 5 points. So there's matchup involvement here.
Yeah, this is more luck based. Your team is good. You're just getting your SOL. And if you want to upgrade a couple of these guys by doing, a tight end and one of the wide receivers, or a running back like Breida and one of your tight ends, if you can get some offers for those, definitely do it. But without
Ricardo Banks, for my answer for you, because I feel like I can give you a better answer than what I'm giving you now, is hit me up on Sleeper so I can dive in a little bit more, because I feel like I need more, and we can dive into it, and we can bounce some things back and find the trade that's going to work for you.
All right. Let's move on to some Mailsack questions here. We're finally getting around to that. Guys, don't forget, if you listen to the recorded show, or you're listening live now and you have to dump out for some reason, I do post the recording up, and I've been trying to put the timestamp of your question in the post so that you'll be able to quickly find what you're looking for. All right, so let's get into some of these Mailsack questions. Free the pits. Pick 2 on who I should start. Diggs versus Redskins, Charks versus Jets, Galladay versus Giants.
So I'm sitting Chark here.
I think I am too, although I don't like it. I think I'm actually.
You're not sitting Diggs with Thielen out.
Yeah, or am I sitting?
And you're not sitting Galladay against the Giants.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I was gonna say sit Diggs actually, but
What? You're crazy. Thielen's out. Who else is he throwing to? Against the Washington secondary?
yeah. I mean, that's why I said it. I was
Diggs-
gonna say Diggs, but I think
Diggs has
I
been
think you're right.
balling out.
I think you're right with his choices. Yeah.
Okay.
The last 4 weeks, Diggs has had 3 touchdowns and 3 of 4 games over 100 yards. He's put up over 400 yards in the last 4 weeks. He is Diggs is on right now.
Yeah, Shark is the one though too. So I mean, but I definitely agree. I have Diggs lower, but I probably need to address that.
He's a wide receiver 1 this week.
Yeah.
Okay, coming up after this thing, I was about to do something. You guys always catch me. Cheese 777. Cheese 777. Ty Johnson and Devin Singletary rest of season. Manny Sanders rest of season. So just kind of give them like a RB1, RB2, RB3 flex grade for each one.
Ty Johnson and Devin Singletary, both RB2s. I think I would rather have Singletary, to be honest.
Me too.
I just feel like it's more of the workload there. I mean, I like Ty Johnson, but he scares me. I'm with you guys on the J.D. McKissick call.
Yeah, McKissick looked better. Singletary looks a hell of a lot better than Gore if they'll just give him more touches. Buffalo has a really easy end of season schedule, and Emmanuel Sanders is going to a team that has a bunch of wide receivers and a bunch of running backs, and they run the ball and have a really good defense. So, not super hopeful with Sanders. Wide receiver 3 probably.
Yeah.
Rest of the season.
I agree with that. Magic W, standard need wide receiver for week 8 and 9. Should I drop Damian Williams for DK Metcalf?
If you need a wide receiver, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't give us anybody else to consider, so I guess so.
But yes, you're fine to drop.
Wait, hang on. Let me give you the who's standard answer. See if you can package up 2 players and trade for one.
Get a piece.
Give a piece and free up a spot.
See if you can turn McCaffrey into a couple other studs.
Yeah.
Get a piece.
Trade Damian Williams and somebody else and a piece for something. That's what you do. Or drop your kicker and do I don't know. Yeah, Magic W.
That's the standard answer.
If you need somebody, I guess you wait until the last minute if you can. I don't know if anybody's picking up DK Metcalf this week. Giant Pitbull. Will Drew beat Will? Jeez Louise.
No, we don't think Breeze is playing this week.
Wait, we don't know, but we don't think so.
I don't think so.
I wouldn't count
think
on
so. But I mean, you're paying attention to it. Obviously, he could play. He could. I mean, if Breeze goes out there and say, "Dude, I'm playing," I don't think they could tell him no. But
if he does that, are you scrambling to put him in if you have him though? I don't think I am. I gotta make sure his hand is okay. I'm not gonna put him in and then oops, he's not throwing the ball at all.
I mean, he says he's ready to go. So I don't see Breeze saying he's ready to go if he's not.
Right.
If they play him, I think you can play Breeze with confidence.
100%.
If they play him.
All right.
I think they should be smart and sit him, but if Breeze taps the coach and Teddy on the shoulder and says, "All right, I'm taking it from here," then he's taking it from there.
Yeah, see, and that's the reason they've been winning with Teddy, so they're not going to put a Breeze that can't throw in for Teddy when they've been winning with him.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Let's go to R. Melody 695. Half point. Stafford or Wentz? Mike, I want to hear from you.
For me, I'm gonna probably play Wentz. I mean, you got to give him the shot. That's where you drafted Matt. You can't get rid of him, so might as well play the guy. I like Wentz here.
think I'm good. I don't. On the road at the Buffalo Bills, I think I'd rather go Stafford against the Giants.
I also have Wentz ahead, but it makes sense. Stafford against the Giants, it does make sense. Yeah,
Well, they don't
I'm
have
still
carry on,
right.
so I assume that it's going to be kind of a
He's gonna
split
throw more.
between. And what I also think though is he wasn't throwing a ton to carry on, but now
Right.
when they have different weapons, they have McKissick, who is a really good, a kind of a Riddick guy. I think that
Right.
they're gonna be throwing to the position a little bit more now when they're trying to fill out these other two running backs. So I just think that he throws the ball a lot,
All right.
even more than usual.
Okay.
Yeah. It's hard for me to go against Wentz though, just because he's such a sure thing for the most part. I mean, he's at Buffalo though, so I do get it.
That team
He hurt
scares
me
me.
last week.
Yeah, there's something wrong. There's something sick with that team. That's like the Falcons and the Eagles are teams that I feel like there's something going on behind the scenes we don't hear about. It's just something off with those teams. It makes it hard to trust them.
Yeah, I do agree. I mean, they're going through something. Yeah, we're seeing that. He hasn't thrown a ton of like touchdowns where it's like multiple game touchdowns. He hasn't had that. Speaking of Wentz, um, and we just seen Stafford do that. So yeah, it's a little bit of recency bias. I just think that Wentz is safer, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Even against the Giants,
No, that's
even with Stafford against the Giants, I just think Wentz is a little safer.
all right.
I feel
So
like
I mean, if you're going for upside, I guess go Stafford.
yeah,
I
I
think Wentz is safer.
I like Wentz more though. I think he's got the higher ceiling.
All right. Also asked, what do I do with Montgomery? I have him in the flex now. I have Christian Kirk, Crowder, Kareem Hunt, and Latavius Murray. I have Kamara plugged in now, but I'll take him out if he sits. Do I start someone else over Montgomery? Do I roll with him? Do I do both Saints running backs if Kamara plays?
I'm kind of okay with that.
Doing both Saint running backs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Even though they haven't really used Murray a ton earlier in the season, I mean, he got some work, and I would think they would ease Kamara back in. So regardless, I think I'm okay with that.
Okay. If Kamara doesn't play and he ends up playing Murray, do you like Montgomery in the flex, or would you put Kirk, Crowder, not Kareem Hunt, obviously, Kirk or Crowder in there, half point?
Crowder.
I think I'm Crowder.
Crowder for sure.
You take Montgomery out for Crowder. Okay. Coco Packs, need a flex. Didi, McLaurin, James White, Robbie Anderson, full PPR.
McLaurin.
James White.
McLaurin for me too.
Bolden's been getting a lot of usage, and we could have
James
Rex
White
Burkhead.
is the safest part of that offense.
I mean, but McLaurin is
puts up
McLaurin
13
is
points.
the offense. McLaurin is the offense. Adrian,
I don't know.
you have Chris Thompson with turf toe. Adrian Peterson has a high and a low ankle sprain, so the only running back they have there is Wendell Smallwood now. Darius Geis is still on IR. They're gonna have to throw the ball, and McLaurin is the guy.
They're at Minnesota. I don't like that.
Minnesota doesn't have that good of a secondary.
I'm just much rather stay with the safe blanket warm
How's McLaurin
guy,
not
James
safe?
White.
There's 4 running backs there, especially if Burkhead is back.
James White is just super safe. He gives you 13 points literally every game.
Who wants to cuddle with James White? If he had a chance,
I do. I mean,
like he would pay money. He would pay money to a charity if you could just sit with James White and just have him hold you, make you feel good.
Well, we had James White. He was on the Fantasy Champs podcast. If you part they're in the network as well. So yeah, I mean, I love James White, man, just for years. You know,
Okay,
you guys care about White.
So Hoos, we're gonna listen to this though in a PPR, excluding playing San Francisco and New England, which we think are the 2 best defenses.
Right? No,
in the
I know
NFL.
what McLaurin's
No. Excluding
love
those
these
2
things.
games, 23, 17, 19, and 26.
Wide receiver 1 numbers.
So why would you play James White over him?
I just like.
When I just told you those numbers. How is that not safe?
I like the safety.
How is that not safe? He's the number one target.
2 points last week. I mean, that's
against the 49ers in a freaking it was a hurricane. Did you see what's happening on that field? Did you see how much rain? Nick Bosa was made the freaking 20-yard line to slip and slide. Like they couldn't throw the ball.
I mean, look, I'm curious what the rest of this guy's team looks like because McLaurin is definitely the home run play. James White is just a safe. Like I just want what I'm gonna get. You know, I want at least 10 to 12 points. You know, and James White hasn't had a game where he's been like the RB1 yet, and he will. He will have one of those games.
They have 4 running backs, and they keep using Michelle in the red zone and giving him all the goal line. And Brandon Bolden's become a thing, and Burkhead's
just lost one of their good receivers. I mean, I know they added Sanu, but he's still got to learn, and they're going to lean on White, I believe, quite a bit. He might have his best game of the season, James White.
Look, Jacoby Myers stepped into the Gordon role immediately and did it better than him. I said it.
Stepped into the Gordon role, or was it like a mini Edelman role or something like that? I think
you can see whatever it is, but Dorsett is back. Edelman is there. You now have Sanu's. N'Keal Harry could be back this week. Ben Watson is out there. They're trying to get him the ball. We just talked about Myers. They have 4 running backs. Or you could go to Terry McLaurin, who is the only option for the Redskins. Like the only asset that you can use. That's the only guy. The entire offense is funneled through him.
That just means that they're going to lock in on him more, no?
No, the Minnesota secondary has given up the 7th most points to wide receivers. They're not good. They're not good. You just saw Marvin Jones get 4 touchdowns against them last week.
Al Bundy game.
Marvin Jones always cooks them, though. To be honest, career-wise, he always just cooks them.
I mean, I don't know what else to say besides McLaurin is the man. You're starting McLaurin this week.
Yeah, I get. I mean, I think I've been outvoted anyway. So.
And it's in a dome. They're playing in a dome.
Yeah.
They don't got to worry about the monsoon.
You're starting McLaurin.
Yeah.
Oh, you got him. He got him.
A monsoon McLaurin.
Monsoon.
Coco Pax needs a. Do we do this? Oh, that's the one we just did. Sorry, Dio, 6-point passing touchdown. Allen or Brissett for quarterback?
Allen.
Yeah. I like Allen.
Philadelphia. Yeah, Philly secondary is. You saw it, Dak just.
Top 5 this week.
It could be 4-point. It could be 3-point. It could be 2-point touchdown. I don't think it really matters who's going to score more touchdowns, right? Or are you counting like you counting yardage on the ground? I guess too. Inside the pylon, Cousins or Bridgewater this week? I did not expect that much time to think on this one. I'm surprised.
Well, I just was looking at my rankings and I didn't see either. I had to scroll down to see either one of them. So it's Cousins for me. He's just outside my top 12. He's 14 right now.
I just had to think because Thielen's out. That was the only reason that had me thinking. And it's potential they get up and that they're just running the ball a lot. So I'm kind of considering game script there. But Cousins has looked good. He's been throwing the ball.
Mike?
Yeah, it's me too, sir.
All right, no problem.
It sounded like you threw your mic across the room and you're yelling at it.
Yeah.
How much I hate Kirk Cousins, but no, I do like Kirk Cousins.
That wasn't better, but sure.
All right, what's our next one?
Ricardo Banks back in the Mixler here. Need to drop someone for a tight end. PPR. Andrew's on bye. So, are we dropping Metcalf, Mike Williams, Ryan, and Stafford?
I'm curious what the rest of your team looks like. I'd probably say Metcalf off the top of my head. Metcalf or Stafford.
Look, I got to be honest. I had really high hopes for Metcalf. He just doesn't look good.
He's not right.
He's not fighting for the ball. Like I'm not seeing that like angry go up and just use my physical frame to just dominate people. He's just not. It doesn't look like he's playing with heart to me. And yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay dropping Metcalf.
All right. And then he's talking about who to pick up, Goddard or Rudolph for tight end.
Not Rudolph.
Pick up Rudolph.
No way. He got his first touchdown, and he was so wide open. He's bad. It's Goddard. I don't like either of them this week, to be honest.
It's not much of a choice.
No, it's not. I mean, like I said, Gerald Everett or Fells would be.
Would you take? I was gonna say, would you take Fells or Brait or somebody in there over those two?
It would be Gerald Everett or Fells, and then from there I would go to look for like Witten, and from there I would, see if Jimmy Graham is out there. From there I would look to see if Mike Gesicki is there. I would rather have Mike Gesicki this week than the other two. Yeah. Or I think Jared Cook's still out, right? So maybe Josh Hill. Arizona's usually a tight end funnel.
Yeah. Okay. Bradley Stoll. Should I drop Wentz and ride Allen into the back end of the season? Wait.
No.
I like having the two. I like having the two of them because, and I actually have this in my league of record because week 14, 15, 16, Wentz has the Giants, the Cowboys, which I think he'll.
But he needs to get a tight end off waivers for next week. He doesn't really need two quarterbacks. So,
I mean, I'd rather have Josh Allen, but Wentz definitely has some.
I'm not dropping Wentz though. He's just gonna get picked up, and then if you make it to your fantasy championship or something like that, and you're facing him, and he beats you, you're gonna be pretty sick with yourself.
Yeah.
Not to say he has the best matchup in the fantasy championship. I'm just saying you don't want to do that. I trade him away. You can trade him for something.
See, I would hold Wentz. It doesn't look good for him over the next few weeks at Buffalo, then Chicago, then a bye, then New England. So you don't love this next 4 weeks with Wentz, but the perfect person to pair him with is none other than the other quarterback that you currently have on your roster.
Okay, so what is he?
Sounds like he wants to dump him though.
But he needs a tight end. So what are you gonna do?
Right, that's what I'm saying. I'd make the trade. I still wouldn't. You can trade him for probably whatever tight end you want.
I would rather drop Metcalf. This is the team that has Metcalf, right?
No, different question.
Yeah, but just trade him for a tight end. You can trade Wentz for a tight end. You can absolutely trade Wentz for a tight end. Like a good one. You can get Olsen at least for him.
Yeah. Wentz isn't a drop candidate.
No way. Like I try to target Hooper or even Waller and add something or something, but this can be done. Wentz is a good quarterback.
Yeah, I don't want to drop Wentz. There's value there.
All right, Bradley, write us a little more information if you want. We can try to get into it a bit more. Back to the mail sack. Let's see. We did inside Mr. Frost 89. Hawkinson or Herndon at tight end, standard league. I don't even think we know if Herndon's going to play this week. Do we?
Rest of season it's Herndon, but if Hawkinson's the only one playing, then obviously you got to go with Hawkinson.
All right, so we'll take it as rest of season then. Who do you like? You like Herndon?
Yeah, once Herndon's back, I think he's a top 6 tight end.
Okay. We good with Herndon? We endorsing Herndon?
I think he's going to miss this week probably, but yeah, I agree rest of the season.
All right.
Yep, same here.
J.M. Watts, assuming Kamara is out, start Latavius Murray or T.Y. No, just kidding. Ty Johnson.
Murray.
Yeah, you're going to start Murray.
Yep. Big body boss, A.J. Brown or Kenny Stills?
Stills.
I think we did this.
I think we did this too. We all said Stills, but we still like A.J. Brown.
But we still like A.J., yeah.
Lefty 007, 1 point, PPR. Who to start, Tannehill or Bridgewater with Dak on bye?
Tanny.
I think I'd rather go Bridgewater.
Same here, Bridgewater. I can't trust Tannehill. I've been there before. He's burned me before. I'm out on Tannehill.
I don't know. He's pushing the ball downfield.
Yep.
Yeah,
I like that.
He's got
Bridgewater.
a shot. I mean,
Bridgewater doesn't.
He's got an opportunity to get his career back.
Yeah.
When you're a quarterback and you're brought in, he and his agent has targeted teams specifically. Wanted to look for a right situation. He felt like this was going to be the one. Just with the history, the injury history of Mariota, not even that he wouldn't come out and perform. So this is a shot for him. He's got to perform well. I know he didn't have the greatest game, but he looked good. I mean, I thought he looked good. Not great, but I thought he looked good. And I think, yeah, he's got a lot to prove. Give me a guy with a chip on his shoulder, and a guy not handed stuff to him. He's gonna show up with a lot to prove. So I think he's of the same mindset, and he's gonna do. I think he's a good pickup.
So Tannehill is the riskier, but maybe more upside. Bridgewater's your safer start. Depends on how you want to play it, Lefty.
I agree with that statement.
All right, we got a call. I don't know who this is. I'm not screening the calls anymore. Caller, you're on the Sleeper Wire show. What's your name?
Hey, it's Fallon, longtime friend and called many times.
Hey, Fallon. How's it going?
Well, I'll tell you what. Who scared me today? So I have a question on a standard league. I need 2 running backs and a flex, and I've got Chubb, Mack, Edmonds, and then I'm thinking Deontay against Miami. So do I sit Chubb and play Deontay, or do I play Chubb and sit Deontay?
In a standard, you're just gonna roll with all your running backs.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
so
Chubb
I
and
gotta just
the other running back I
They got
gave
to
you,
suck it up
Edmonds.
against the New England Patriots.
Yeah,
I told you something crazy earlier today. So what she's referring to, and I don't know if she's just trying to be nice because she's on the call and she doesn't want to call me out or whatever. But I told her to start Edmonds over Chubb.
I mean, that's not that crazy, especially if DJ's out. I love Edmonds, and so that's not a terrible call. But the Patriots are giving up fair yardage on the ground to running backs. I think that
they're pretty good against running backs. Last I checked, I mean, unless I have my information wrong.
Well,
but
just give me a second here. Let me find Bell.
Last time I checked, which was I think
so Bell was 15. Bell was 15 for 70. So he put up, what is that? A little over 4 yards a carry against him, and Darnold couldn't throw the ball at all. So Chubb's good enough that let's assume that he gets around the 4 yards a carry and gets 20 touches. So you're looking at probably a floor of 8 points for Chubb. And if he happens to get in the end zone, you're looking at 15 to 17 points.
You're
Do I need to worry about Hunt?
He's not
Hunt's
back.
not going to be back till week 10.
He's allowed to start practicing with the team.
Hunt's not going to be back till week 10.
Yeah, it's an 8-week suspension, and then he also has to hit the bye in there. So week 10's the earliest that he can play. He's just allowed to practice.
Yeah, so that had nothing to do with my factor, and I didn't know that was a concern of yours. Definitely don't let that concern you. I'd run with the 2 running backs that you have. Over.
Well, I got 2. I've got a flex position in my running back. So I just didn't. I just heard you guys say play McLaren because I also have Deontay, and I'm kind of torn between the 2 of them because I really like Deontay against Miami.
I do, and I don't.
And Mason likes Deontay.
Other options better.
No, Mason loves Deontay. I mean, when he starts, he gives him a touchdown. I mean,
I would just rather have the running backs.
I definitely would rather start the running backs. So.
And Hoos was coming off, that Monday night game was still very clear in his mind. Hoos is seeing ghosts, so he told you to go ahead and sit Chubb. But no,
well, I didn't ask him the same question either. To be fair to Hoos, I did not ask all 3. I just asked them either Edmonds or Chubb. I didn't ask them the entire question I asked you guys. He just got me nervous. So I'm like, oh shit, do I need to change it all up and put Edmonds into my running back. I overthink things, and then
You got me nervous with the
That's why I
question. That
love
was because
having
my
you.
first answer was Edmonds, and then I started. I was like, wait, did I give you the wrong question? But I just went with, like to be honest, when you asked me that question, I didn't even refer back to my rankings. I just felt like that's what was my rankings. Probably
Oh
has.
yeah, I have Bonte Freeman too. So
Oh, get Freeman out of
I
here.
don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to play. We don't know if he's going to get suspended at this point. I'd say no.
I think they would have suspended him by this point.
I would. Yeah, I agree.
I don't think he's getting suspended because.
But hey, we're on Wednesday. They could suspend him on a Friday. It happens. They could suspend him on a Saturday.
If he would have actually punched,
I mean, he was wearing a helmet.
If he would have actually thrown a punch, but it was open-handed, and that was more of a stop carrying me like a baby. Just put me down.
Let me go.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, it was a defensive thing. It wasn't like he initiated it.
He's Doug Martin anyway. Don't even worry about it.
The New Orleans guy is patting on Cohen, the poor guy.
Okay.
Do you see that when the New Orleans guys were trolling Cohen and patting him on the head?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was me.
So,
yeah.
Okay, so I sit Deontay, play McLaren, and Edmund, Mac, and Chuck.
Yes.
How you do it?
What else you got for us, pal?
All right, guys.
Boom.
That's it.
Done.
That's it. Or unless you want, I mean, I'm already doing Allen over Murray, right?
Allen over Murray. Yes. Allen. Yeah.
Kyler. Yeah. Kyler.
Well, yeah, I know. Dirty Josh is going to say yes. He has a man crush on Josh Allen.
Yeah, we all know that.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's for a valid reason this particular week.
Right. Well, hopefully his other man crush.
Guys, you're awesome.
His other man crush.
You're on to Cincinnati.
All right, we got to move on to Cincinnati now.
Hey, wish me luck. I'm playing.
All right, thank you for calling in. Next
Best
up,
of luck,
I'm not sure who this is. 469 area code. What's up? What's your name? What's Sleepwire Show? Who are you? What?
DJ.
Hey, DJ, what's up? What's your question?
Oh, DJ.
Oh, man. All right. So, hold on. Let me bring up my roster real quick. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't think I was going to get on this quickly.
It's okay.
Worries.
You need a minute? You need a minute? I can put you on. All right. I can put you on hold for like 30 seconds, okay? Hang on. We'll come back to you. All right. So we'll let DJ get ready. We'll let DJ get ready. I want to go back to that previous question with the should I drop Wentz and Allen thing, because the guy ended up sending us his roster here on Sleeper. So here's who we got, and here's the other potential drops that he could make. So let's see. Corey Davis is there. Dede Westbrook, Singletary, Breida.
Drop Corey Davis.
Yeah, everybody else you want to keep. Eckler, Jones, Galladay. Yeah, you're not dropping any of those guys. So drop
Corey Davis is just
or Westbrook, because Marquise Lee may be back.
I'm not. No, Marquise Lee was there. I just dropped Marquise Lee today. I mean, he was back.
Well, that's
at
what
some point, and then he.
But what I'm saying is, there's a lot of options for Minshew to throw to on the Jags. I'm pretty okay dropping Westbrook because Chark's the guy. I still kind of like Conley second best, but if Marquise Lee is there, there's just it's.
No, I hear what you're saying. I get it.
It's not really a dominant passing team. So
they're an efficient passing team.
When are you really ever going to use Corey Davis or Westbrook?
Yeah, you got so much depth at wide receiver. You got Robbie Anderson, Westbrook, and you got Devontae Adams coming back here, hopefully, plus Lockett and Galladay. You can get rid of Corey Davis.
Drop one of those wide receivers and give yourself, keep a good QB on backup.
Yep, just grab a tight end. for that spot.
Or get more running backs. You don't need that many wide receivers.
Well, but he needs a tight end for next week. So that's where you put your tight end, and you get rid of that tight end. You keep rolling out Austin Hooper and grab some backup running back. Beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
All right, DJ, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, dude.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, do it.
Do it.
All right, I'm going to try to make it easy for you guys. All right, I'm going to split off both of my teams. I'm going to do one at a time. All right, so I got the Deshaun Watson, Aaron Jones, Devin Coleman, Robert Woods. I just picked up Kenny Stills. I dropped Gallup. Okay, I dropped Gallup.
Dropped Gallup?
Okay.
That's
I
rough.
dropped Gallup.
I
Oh
love
my
me some
God!
Gallup.
Why'd you do that? I'm
So I
sorry.
picked up Gallup.
I was very reactionary, but like
All right.
I felt
All right.
that's a
Let me say.
bad.
Okay. So, okay, hold on. Okay, Robert Woods, Kenny Stills, Travis Kelce, Devontae Freeman, Jags defense, Boswell the kicker, Kamara, Boyd, Singletary, Sanders, Fitzgerald, McLaurin, and Brissett as my backup quarterback.
Okay.
Okay. So my starters are Freeman, Kelsey, Stills, Woods, Coleman, Aaron Jones, Watson. With that roster, any tweaks I should make? Get Gallup back?
I'd drop Boyd for Gallup. I'd do
Get
that.
Gallup back.
I would rather.
and get Gallup back.
No, I would
Gallup
drop. I
100
would drop
times over
Boyd.
Stills, and I love Stills.
I would drop Boyd.
I wouldn't drop Boyd.
I would too.
Why?
I'd drop-
AJ Green's going to be coming back. Auden
Yeah,
Tate
that
and
helps. Dude, that helps Boyd.
I mean,
That
Boyd
doesn't hurt
hasn't.
him.
If
he hasn't been
AJ Green gained
If you
200
look
pounds
back
and
at
wants
their
to play
numbers
offensive
together, when
line,
they
it
play
helps.
together, Tyler Boyd eats when AJ Green is across him.
Yeah, but when Auden Tate and these other guys weren't there, it's not the same anymore.
Auden Tate's going to go to the bench. What do you mean? Auden Tate's going to go to the bench. AJ Green's going to step in. Erickson's going to be the slot.
I don't know. I mean, Boyd's not.
I'm dropping Stills over Boyd. Come on, no, heck no. You're keeping Stills over Boyd?
I'll bet you that Stills outscores Boyd rest of the
Let's
season.
do it. I mean, you're already losing a season bet to me, but sure. Hey, you want to lose another one?
What season bet am I losing? You probably can't even remember.
I'm pretty sure I could. I don't have to remember it. I could go back to our groupie chats because that's what we have for.
Okay, all right.
I'll pull it up. But while I'll pull that up, yeah, I'd go back and get Gallup, bro. I think that was a huge mistake.
Okay. So I mean, so do I start?
Probably is
start Fitz and then.
And is very happy that Gallup is on waivers right now.
Okay. So I should go back and pick up Gallup because I'm probably gonna have the opportunity to since he's on bye, right? So I should drop Stills and then start Fitz or McLaurin or Emmanuel Sanders.
All right, so Fitz, McLaurin, or Emmanuel Sanders for this week.
Yeah, and then drop Stills and get Gallup back.
Okay. So who do we like?
McLaurin for sure.
Yeah, McLaurin.
What about start McLaurin?
Yeah, for sure.
And
McLaurin's gonna have a
drop
big
Stills,
week.
get Gallup back. Okay, and then keep. Do you guys trust in Devontae Freeman at flex?
If he's not suspended, sure, you're gonna start him. He should eat because Ito Smith is gone. They're gonna work in Brian Hill. But yeah, they used two backs, so it's not gonna really hurt him.
Okay, I don't think he's gonna get suspended. I mean, I haven't heard anything. Have you heard anything?
No, I don't think he gets suspended.
I don't think at this point. He did apologize. So yeah, there may be.
All right, here's my second team. Okay, here's my second team, so I can make it quick for you guys. I know you guys gotta go. All right, so I got Matt Ryan on the bench. Josh Allen's my starter this week. That's other this week. I got McCaffrey, Chubb, Godwin, John Brown, Hopkins, Waller, and I got Murray at flex. All right, I got Boswell as the kicker, David Montgomery on the bench, DJ Moore on the bench, McLaurin on the bench, James White, Hunter Henry, and I got N'Keal Harry in my IR spot. Y'all there?
Yeah,
What do
I'm
y'all think?
pondering over here. I don't know if you guys are pondering what I'm pondering.
James White?
Yeah.
With James White over Murray.
Steve's got the idea.
This is PPR, right?
James White. This is PPR, yes, sir.
Okay.
I mean, if Kamara's not playing, I'm okay with White over Murray. I mean, if Kamara is playing, I'm okay with White over Murray. But if
Yeah, I mean,
if
obviously,
Murray's the guy
if
against
Murray's the
Arizona,
guy, the thing that was surprising, and all jokes aside, I mean, I love me some James White, but the thing that was surprising about Latavius Murray starting is I you know what I did. I got super cute in some deep leagues, but that's what you do because there's nothing else out there. And I started Dwayne Washington, thinking, hey, Dwayne Washington might get not more work, but he had a 100-yard game last season, and they just gave Murray all of the work. Like they gave him all of the work. I was like, what's going on here? Like, don't they use two running backs? So that was nice to see. So yeah, if no Kamara, you're gonna use Murray. But yeah, love me some James White. Love me some James White.
Okay, should I drop David Montgomery?
I wouldn't drop him, even though he feels like you can drop him. I still
do not
think
drop
that
him.
you can go to maybe the team that's like the most winning team at this point and say, hey, you include Montgomery in the trade, and he thinks, he's winning because Montgomery may get the touches and things may turn around for him. But it's tough right now, but I definitely wouldn't drop him.
Look, the issue with Montgomery, so they had their bye. They only ran the ball 7 times as a team last game. The 4 games previous to that, Montgomery got 18, 13, 21, and 11 rushes. If their general game plan is going to be to run the ball with him, and he's a talented guy, he's going to have better games. He's going to have better games. Don't give up on Montgomery.
All right, cool. Because I'm 6-1 in this league, so I'm like, should I drop him or should I keep him?
Nope. If you're 6-1 and you're doing fine, you can afford to wait for him to start paying out like a 3rd round value.
All right, cool. So one more question, and I'll let you guys go. Should I take N'Keal Harry out of my IR spot and pick up guys?
I would.
Put him in the IR spot?
Yeah, I would, because they have so many wide receivers. The need isn't there as much as Geis is to just even take a look at them. I don't think they're winning anything, but they want to see what Geis is able to do. So I think they're going to give him a good run once he is able to come back. Oh, and by the way, I will let you go, but Lucas, I'm winning all my in-season bets so far. You said that OBJ would be top 5.
All right, DJ.
I advised against.
Or JD? I forget. Which was it?
It's not happening.
DJ?
JD? We had another one a couple weeks ago,
You
and
said
I can't.
Baker Mayfield would be good. I said she'd be trash.
AJ. JJ.
I
I don't remember the dude's name. I'm sorry.
Oh, is he on the call? Sorry.
I think it was DJ.
No,
DJ or JJ.
Okay, whatever.
DJ.
All right. It's all good. Let me get back to some stuff here. Back to the mixer real quick for one quick question. Jeffrey 12, will Ertz step it up?
He better. I mean, shoot, my Scott Fishbowl league is counting on it. Grabbed him pretty high.
Well, what?
I don't know.
What is?
You said that Mike Gesicki would be a top 10. Be a top 10 tight end.
What has been wrong with
said
Ertz
finish
though?
Over Cook.
Over Cook.
But did any of you
say
guys?
he would be top. This was Adam adding the top 10. I just said he would finish over Cook, the tight end. I said Cook definitely wouldn't be a top 10 tight end. What else do we got here?
Are you still talking about bets?
Season bets.
Oh.
All right. So what do we got next?
Have you seen anything that's like looked wrong or off about Ertz? Like, why are people panicking right now?
Because Dallas Goedert is taking some of Ertz's targets and touchdowns away from him.
So why would you say he'll step up then? Is it a matter of him stepping up, or it's just not there this year?
No,
because when somebody says, "Will he step up?" that makes me think, well, he's not putting in full effort.
I wouldn't say that.
The team's just been a little bit off. The team's been a little bit off, but Ertz is still the best receiving option on the entirety of that team. And
they haven't had their bye yet.
He's only had 1 touchdown. Ertz is going to be fine. I mean, I don't love him this week. I'm benching him for Waller, but Ertz is going to come around.
I don't know. I'm not as optimistic about that team, but we'll see. We'll see. I mean, it's hurting you right now. Where you drafted him, it's definitely hurting you. I get it, but it's hard to get away from. If you can trade him away,
fix your lineup in our dynasty league.
Maybe, I don't know. Our Summers, start one, half point. Jamal Williams, Ronald Jones, Mark Walton.
Who was the first one?
Who's the first?
Jamal Williams.
Jamal Williams.
Jamal Williams.
I still like Mark Walton.
Against the Steelers?
Yep. Yeah, I like the opportunity.
I'm good, love, and joy. I'm
gonna give me Jimmel.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang out with that guy.
Jamal Williams.
Yeah, I think it's an Aaron Jones game.
Okay, yeah, I do too, actually. All right, so 2 for Jamal, 1 for Mark Walton. I would say Williams is the safer, Walton's the risky upside play. Ball never lie. Walton or Breida, full point, PPR.
I'll go with Walton.
Yep, I'm going Walton again here.
You guys just down on Breida, huh?
I mean, he just with Coleman back, it just the opportunity's not really there as much.
Yeah, I mean,
he's not an exciting play, and Walton is. He's the up and coming. He's trending up, and Breida's trending down.
What has Walton done for you this season?
I mean, the last couple of weeks, his yards per carry are good, and he's getting the most touches.
Yeah, but what has he done for you in a game?
I mean, what has Breida done recently?
I mean, he hasn't done much, but he's still explosive, and he's on a team that's going to get the ball a lot because their defense is going to always
play. Yeah, but Carolina's a fairly decent defense, and if you're limiting the touches that he's going to get...
Breida had one bad game. Breida's week 1... We'll throw it away because it was week 1.
But it doesn't matter.
14.
It doesn't matter because Coleman wasn't there. None of it matters because Coleman wasn't there.
Okay, but Coleman was there week 6, no?
What did he do week 6?
You still put up 10 points.
Was that Coleman's first game back?
I believe so.
Okay, well, I mean, they're working Coleman back into it. So he's been trending down with Coleman trending up.
I mean, I just can't see how you just throw Mark Walton in over a guy that's getting
because that's who the team that's who that team is wanting, clearly showing that is they're wanting to be the guy. And in San Francisco, Coleman's the guy plus 2 other running backs that could randomly get used. And with Mostert and Wilson,
they're also using Kenyon Drake if he doesn't get traded in Balaj.
I know it's I don't want to play either of them, but if you're making me choose,
fair enough.
The one trending up for me.
So
curious, who do you got on over here, Steve? Who would you take?
I don't really want to start anybody from this group, but I guess it's a coin flip. I would look at the.
I guess that's fair. It really is a coin flip.
Yeah, I guess Breida would be the safe again. Walton's the upside risky play.
Yeah.
For me,
that's fair. It really is a coin flip. Go with your gut here. It's not that much of a slam dunk. I think it's a lot more of a landslide to Breida. I just don't think Mark Walton has done enough for me to put him in over Breida. Yeah. Maybe I'm a little bit too invested in Breida because I believed in him very heavily.
I know he's your James White 2.0.
Yeah, he kind of is, I guess.
So this is just a comment. Y'all need to add Curtis to your crew. My man is always a treat to hear. I agreed with that. Steven, Steven 623. This is not me, by the way. This is some other Steven. I don't know who to start. Lindsey or Eckler?
I think you got to go Eckler.
Yeah, he's getting the targets. He's a wide receiver on that team.
He's the man. He's taking that Danny Woodhead role on, with some Energizer Bunny thrown in there.
Yeah. He's so secure. He's so safe.
All right. Cooter 24. Should I put in a waiver claim on Josh Gordon, drop Dorsett or Parker? No.
No, neither.
Not worth a
Both
waiver.
those guys.
Yeah, keep Devontae Parker. He's a league winner. I'm telling you.
I don't know about that, but
I'm telling you. Listen to the show. He scored 3 weeks in a row. He's got a nice little schedule. He's finally looking like he wants to play football. Maybe to get
Right,
traded or
that's
get
true.
some money.
I
like,
guess you're right. You know, finally
yeah,
have a
that's
good
true.
team.
He does look invested.
I'm not saying
I felt
I'm
bad for him last year because he didn't look like he wanted to play football. But
yeah, I don't guarantee he's going to win your league. I'm just saying he's one of those guys out there that could, for some reason, pop at the end of the year. There's always somebody, Damian Williams. There's always somebody that wins you a league that you didn't expect, and that he could be one of them. Like we're saying before, J.D. McKissick is another one. You never know with these guys. So, yeah, don't worry about Josh Gordon. That is it for the Mailsack questions. Let me double check and make sure we're clear on the Mixler. Phone lines are done. We'll end that. And that is it for the show.
Are we done in the reserve?
Oh,
we had
wait. We got to set a lineup. I love it. I love this. OBJ15 every week. He sends me his lineup. We set his lineup. I said, what's your record? He's 4-3 and a half point, 12-team, very competitive league, currently in 4th place. So we're doing good, guys. We're doing good.
It's a team effort, OBJ.
It is. Let's take a look at his team. We'll set it this week. Okay. Josh Allen for quarterback, or I believe that's the only choice we have. Yeah,
We're
that's
going
the only,
Allen.
That's fine.
Going Allen, then.
All right. Our running back choices are Chris Carson, Sony Michel. That's who he's got right now. He's also got Alexander Madison. He's also has Nick Chubb, currently benched.
So Chubb's probably going to be a flex for me.
Yeah, I'm chubbing over Sony.
Sony's been surprising.
I know he had 3 touchdowns
falling.
in that
Yeah,
one
but
game. And he's been
he's
solid.
getting in the end zone.
Right.
They've kind of dedicated that they want him. So he hasn't looked good. He's not breaking tackles. He doesn't look explosive, but he's getting fantasy points. He's like a lesser Derrick Henry.
So with Madison in the, I would take Madison out of the flex for sure, and you'd start Chubb over Madison, no doubt, even in a flex.
100%.
All right,
Why
but
are we?
well, let me
People
read
are
you.
just they're afraid of the Patriots. That's what this is.
I mean, I get it, but it's guaranteed touches. Like, it's the same reason why you're starting Carlos Hyde most of the time. He's not sexy, but he's getting 20 touches a game.
Do we like any of these other flex options? Say we started Carson and Chubb in the running back, threw Michelle in the flex. Do we like any other of these flexes more? Jarvis Landry, Tyrell Williams, Curtis Samuel, Deontay Johnson. No. All right.
Nope.
So there's your running back and flex. Wide receiver Michael Thomas, Jamison Crowder are starting right now. Again on the bench, Landry, Tyrell Williams, who I think just started practicing again today, Curtis Samuel, and Deontay Johnson.
Those are
Samuel.
That's all of those are who he has for wide receiver,
Yeah.
right?
So would you're not taking out Michael Thomas? Are you taking out Jamison Crowder for Landry, Williams, Samuel, or Deontay Johnson?
I
think I might do a Samuels.
I think I would do Landry.
Off Landry.
I know. No, I'm just saying Crowder.
Crowder's safer. I switched to Crowder too, just for the sake of not confusing people on here.
Mike, you're part
I
of
think he said same.
You're part of this team too, Mike. Oh, you said Crowder.
He snuck in with the same.
I don't know how the hell Mike moved to Florida and managed to keep the Wyoming internet somehow.
That's how we roll.
It's just like VPNing. He's VPNing to Rollins just to get that shitty internet service. I love it.
He just, he wanted to make it feel like home.
Kicker.
It's like the static on the record at the beginning,
Yeah,
That's the good stuff.
Mike Nugent or Joey Sly and kicker. I'm going Sly. He's been electric. Final question. Panthers defense or Jets defense for this week and rest of season?
Panthers.
Yeah, Panthers.
All right, and then he says, what are some good trade targets I'm looking to upgrade at running back and wide receiver? It's so hard to say. I think Keenan Allen is a really good trade target right now. He's been miserable, and he's done this before where he's been miserable and come back strong. It's still a little risky, but I don't know.
Trade for Le'Veon Bell. Trade for James Conner.
Yeah.
Trade for. I've been telling you to trade for Chris Carson since before the season started. So if you can get him, do it. And wide receivers. Let's go. DeAndre Hopkins.
Would you trade for Gallup since people are potentially dropping him?
Trade for Gallup. Trade for Hopkins. Trade for Sutton if you can get your hands on him before he just explodes.
I mean, he's the wide receiver 6 on the season. I don't know if you can even get him at this point.
Trade for Mike Evans.
Yep.
Trade for
Devontae Adams.
Trade for Calvin Ridley.
Yes.
Trade for Kenny Golladay. He had a really off week.
Trade for Kenny Golladay.
Yes, trade for Kenny Golladay as well. I like that. Trade for Alshon Jeffrey.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah, he said he already has Carson, so he's not trading for Carson. But that's a good amount.
He listens to the show.
Yeah.
Got Carson. See him.
Exactly. All right, OBJ 15, 4th place. We're going to get you, hopefully we'll get up to that 2nd and 1st place over the next couple of weeks here. We're going to wrap up the show. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into the Mailsack. If you want to reach us, the easiest way to do it is on Twitter, probably at SleeperWire Show, or on the Sleeper app. Join the SleeperWire channel, or on Facebook. Go to groups, SleeperWire Fantasy Football Club. And if you leave a message in any of those places, somebody will respond to you, either Dirty Jobs or Poos or Lucas or myself or Max or somebody. Jason is also good to chat with. George, I don't know. If
George is okay.
George's all right. He'll get the job done in a pinch.
We love you, George.
Can we get a round of applause? Steve remembered my name this week. It's a special week.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, shit, what did he call you last week?
Nothing. He's just, the guy. What's your name again?
I blanked. All right, we'll be back on Sunday morning, 10 o'clock, right? 10 o'clock, Mike?
Yes, sir. 10 o'clock in the morning, bright and shiny.
10 o'clock for the Blitz for your start-sit questions. Same channel right here on Sunday morning. We'll get you ready for kickoff. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you to all the callers that called in. We'll be back next Wednesday, 8 o'clock. Same show. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.